More then on the inquiry into the deaths of thousands of people due to contaminated blood transfusions.
During the 70s and 80s, almost 3,000 people died after contracting HIV, hepatitis or both after receiving contaminated blood imported from the US. Many more were infected. Well, Emma Jones is a lawyer representing over 240 of those victims, and she joins us now from outside the inquiry. Ms Jones, what do we hope this inquiry will uncover that we don't already know?
We're hoping that this inquiry will finally get to the truth. We're hoping that it will use all of its powers that it has under the Inquiries Act to compel witnesses to attend and to compel the production of documents and evidence. And it can use those powers to ensure that it goes further than the Archer inquiry or the Penrose inquiry, and hopefully get to the truth.
And in terms of what it could actually achieve, as well as finding information, is the possibility of prosecution?
The inquiry itself doesn't have the power of prosecution. However, what is found at the end, and it depends on the recommendations made, and if the inquiry identifies any failings or serious failings, then it might be that other agencies, such as the police or maybe the General Medical Council or the Nursing and Midwifery Council, those agencies might consider whether or not they have enough evidence to take any prosecutions themselves.
Now, you represent over 240 clients at this inquiry. How broad a spread of people are involved in this? What ages? What kind of illnesses?
Well, most of my clients suffer from hepatitis C. They range from around 30 until over 70. They have suffered, many of them are in stage 1, which means the earlier stages of the hep C virus, but some have moved in stage 2, which is when we see psoriasis of the liver and liver cancer. And for those individuals, it's often not long before they pass away.
How much support do the people that you represent feel they've had from the NHS since the discovery that they were infected?
Not much. There have been some medications available, but the ability for my clients to be able to access that medication has been quite limited. It's only recently become one of the frontline treatments for hepatitis C. And there have been various schemes set up to provide people with ex gratia payments, but unfortunately they simply don't go far enough.
So is there a mood, is there a desire for compensation from this?
I think there's the inquiry can't make any awards of compensation, but there is a desire that my clients and all of the other people who have been infected with either HCV or HIV are properly compensated because of the devastation, not just for them, but for their families as well.
And we talk about their families, of course, but a large part of this is that many of these people have died and who will have died before they had any idea that the NHS was to blame. What kind of impact has it had on their families to discover this years later?
Well, we've just been hearing from individuals who were affected by this, so loved ones of people who were infected, and it's been simply harrowing hearing their stories and hearing about how the family's been torn apart. We've heard from a young man whose grandfather had contracted HIV, and people who contracted the viruses at such a young age. It's been really difficult to hear these stories.
Indeed. Emma Jones, partner in Lee Day's Human Rights Department. Good to talk to you. Thank you very much.